Thanks a lot for inviting me to present this work that I've done together with Daniel Muzio and Stewart Clegg, which is also in here among us. My name is Luca Sabini. I'm from the University of Leeds, and here are my contacts if you would like to get in touch. So I go very quickly, as for the time's sake, through the key points. So the ideas for the key idea of the study is that, starting from the concept of sustainability or sustainable development, which is very clear in abstract terms, actually when we try to translate or to contextualize or enact this abstract concept in practice, that is a different story. It's not so clear how this is enacted, and every endeavor is different. Every kind of project trying to achieve sustainable objectives takes different shapes and ways to achieve it. Moreover, I'm focusing on the construction industry in particular, because it's been quite difficult, this shift toward more sustainable way of conducting this kind of businesses. There are standard guidelines, but very often those are not widely shared or coherently implemented. So what we are looking at here is the interaction among the different understandings of sustainability. So how different stakeholders understand sustainability in different ways, how they negotiate those understandings, and how the strategy to manage tension arising from these different understandings happen through the project phases. So to do so, we combine studies on sustainability, understanding, negotiated order, and trade-off and organizational tensions. So going straight to the research question guiding this research is how sustainability is enacted in a project setting. To answer this question, we looked at we developed an ethnographic case. So in the back of this picture, you can see there's a building. We followed all the process of constructing this building from the early on phases, preliminary phases, to when the building was open. This is based in Newcastle, UK, so in north of England, and is owned and built by the Newcastle University. So we developed this case, and very briefly, I will give you some examples of things that we found. To describe what was happening around sustainability, we divided by the common project life cycle phases, and we have seen that in each of these phases there is a different story on how sustainability is considered and is enacted. So, for example, in the beginning, the preparation and brief, the main output of this phase was the drafting a master plan. So basically, this document that says what is done with the land before even the building starts. And here we see different stakeholders, different actors. So there's the city council, the Newcastle University, and the European Regional Development Fund. They bought the land, and then they had to decide what to do with this land. There was this general idea of this sustainable urban development, but no one has had clear idea what it was. Every actor had different consideration of what sustainability was for them. Newcastle University was looking to attract external funding from grants. The city council wanted to avoid, since this land is very close to the center, so wanted to avoid urban degradation. So every actor had different ideas, and they had to negotiate these ideas toward the implementation of the master plan. Different stories in the design of the building, where here there are mainly the architects trying to understand the requirements from the university top management, the academics, so the users that were going to be living in the building. And here was about which kind of sustainability objective we want to prioritize. One example was, for instance, which kind of standard do we use for the construction? So the top management was keen to adopt a commercial standards that they could easily sell and demonstrate how sustainability was achieved, the BREEAM standard, while the academics wanted to develop a bespoke, a framework that was, adapted to their needs. And those are this kind of negotiation that happen in the design phase. I'm just going to stop here and not giving all the picture for the time's sake, but if you want, we can discuss this later more in depth. So what are the main findings, what we found, how sustainability was enacted in the different phases? So we found that for each phase, given the deliverable, given the main focus of the phase, the actors taking part to deliver this part of the project, the discussion and the negotiation around sustainability were very different. So in the first phase, we call it visioning sustainability, and this is the process of enacting sustainability when a negotiation lead to consolidate different understanding. Here, the main output is a very high-level abstract document, which allow the different tensions, the different understanding of sustainability to be synthesized into one document. So if you look at the picture at the bottom left, now there are the three different actors that consolidate their understanding into one document. They have ideas on main guidelines or main a vision, a general vision of what sustainability, which kind of sustainability they want, and they just bring it together because it's the type of delivery allow to synthesize them. Different stories in the design. The process of enacting sustainability in this step is called designing sustainability. And here, what we've seen, given that the deliverable is much more detailed, here we have the architecture and technical design of the building. So they are very detailed and precise. It is a very detailed and precise document. Here, what is happening is a collage of different understanding. By collage means that this different understanding may not necessarily overlap one with the other. They can be, tangent or even completely different. But because of the deliverables is so specific, it's not possible to consolidate this different understanding of what was happening in the previous phase. So the way to manage this tension is to separate, to split. And just an example of separation was when we have these different standards of construction, the commercial and the bespoke standard. What was happening is there the responsibility for this different standard was assigned to different teams, and those teams, even if they were pursuing opposing objectives, because one standard was pursuing different objectives than another, they keep this tension open, this paradoxical situation where they do opposing objectives at the same time. And we found that it is different story in each phase. Again, I'm going to stop in the design. So just to conclude, so what are the key findings and our contribution into this? So the process of enacting sustainability is different for any endeavor, but what we see is that sustainability happens as a process of negotiation among stakeholders. So the first contribution that we have is that sustainability is considered as a dynamic concept. Is not worth to define a priori which kind of sustainability we want, because then it is negotiated anyway through the project phases, and then it changes its shape. So that is our first main contribution. And the second one is that different understanding lead to tensions, and the tensions are managed through different type of strategies. This is well known in sustainability literature. How to manage paradoxical situation where you have opposing objectives. But what we add to this is to link the strategy to manage tension with the type of the source of the tension, so the deliverable in this case. How, for example, in the first part of the project where we have a very high level abstract deliverable, we can synthesize those different understanding and synthesize the tension in one document. This is not the case when instead we have a very detailed document where we can't adopt the synthesis strategy, but other strategies are more appropriate, such as we have seen opposition or separation strategy. So these are the main findings. Thanks a lot for your attention. I haven't kept track of time, so I'm sorry if I ran over the 8 minutes. And again, my contacts if you wish to get in touch. Thanks a lot.